Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Divine Debut. How are we all today on the 13th of January of 2023? It is a Friday, so happy Friday, and I hope that we all have a good weekend moving forward. The messenger is here. It's only hours, we're hours away before Mars finally turns direct after 7-8 months, as he was retrograding in the sign of Gemini. So the mutable signs have felt it under their skin. We've all felt the frustration nevertheless, but mostly the mutable signs. So Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo and Pisces, people felt the frustration, feeling a little bit lethargic, putting in extra effort, not getting anywhere. And we've been revisiting the past. This is for all of us collectively as well, but mainly it's the mutable signs that have been affected more. Let's take the wisdom of the oracle and see what the advice is today, my dear friends, as the moon has stepped into Libra. Libra is relationships, partnerships, justice, right? It's all relationships. Not only is it romantic, it's Libra speaks to, has there been equal giving and receiving? Remember, Gemini is also an air sign where Mars has been retrograding. So how have we been communicating? Have we been communicating? Have we been communicating? Words can be knives, right? With Mars retrograde, cutting edge words, fights, disagreements, could involve siblings, relatives, and it's the way we perceive things. So let's see what the advice is today. Fork in the road, and it's in the reverse. I love to see it in the reverse, which means the blockages are coming down. Fork in the road means that there's something blocked. That's what obviously Mars speaks to. Let's see, it's a number 13, and today is the 13th. Oh my goodness, it's a Friday the 13th. I just realized that. For some of us, it's a lucky Friday. For others of us that are superstitious, maybe we see Friday the 13th as a bad luck day. For me, it's more a lucky day. So, and why do I think it's a lucky day? I think it's more superstition, right? Black cats, and it depends on how we perceive and how we think. I was actually born on a Tuesday the 13th in Greece, which is actually like a Friday the 13th. I don't know. For me, it's a lucky day, Friday the 13th. I just hope that it works out for all of us in a very positive way. Let's see what the protection message talks to, as it was in the reverse. Indecision is extremely frustrating, and that's what Mars retrograde can also mean. And remember that Mars ready to turn direct is actually stopped. Until he turns direct and starts to pick up pace, he's very powerful. So indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, and I'm going to say a decision as well, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. The word accountable speaks to Saturn for me. And Saturn, remember, is moving direct. He will be finishing up in Aquarius and moving into Pisces early March. So he's on his jolly way now, pertaining to moving forward with what those, forks in the road were, what those lessons, what sort of karma we've been dealing with. We've needed to be accountable, obviously. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. So for me, the fork in the road in the reverse also speaks to if you've been accountable for your actions and what it is that you're hoping to build on. Remember, Saturn speaks to building. You've made a decision, it's time to move forward. Remember also that Saturn and Mars are both malefic planets, so the lessons haven't been easy. So, now the moon is transiting through Libra, which is a Venus-ruled sign, and Venus is in Aquarius. She is going to come up to touch. She's going to conjunct Saturn soon. So that's probably when we're going to see if we've done the work. If we've done the work, we receive the rewards. What is the Karma Dharma, Archangel Michael? Please, today on the 13th of January. We've got the Sun, and this is very positive indeed. The Sun speaks to clarity, happiness, confidence, creation, flirtation, risk-taking. All these things come under the Sun. It is Leo, it is the heart. I'd just like to also mention that this year, Venus will be retrograding in the sign of Leo. So pay attention now as she's moving through Aquarius. Remember, Leo is opposite, so in about 6 months, she will be in the opposite sign to where she is now. Venus in Aquarius is very much about friendship. She's very much about freedom. She's very intelligent. Aquarius, remember, is ruled by Uranus as well as Saturn. So there could be sudden changes. You know, I see Uranus, which is obviously still very close to the nodes, the North Node in Taurus. I do see Uranus as tower moments and awakening, new ideas, new ways of working through the obstacles. So remember, Uranus is also very spiritual. And obviously Venus. Let's just check Venus out just for a second. I just want to have a look at her to see where she's at the 12th degree. So she's coming up to square Uranus in Taurus. So she'll be squaring her home of Taurus. This says that something needs to change. A square is like taking an elastic band and just pulling it. Something needs to change. There's pressure, there's discomfort, I should say. You're in an uncomfortable situation, so something needs to give. If we didn't have difficult aspects in astrology, we would be more too comfortable and not take any action for change. Change is healthy. Let's see what the message is. What does the messenger bring us today? We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. We've got Judgment, so we've got Scorpio. There's a moment of crisis here, second chances. That's what the wisdom of the oracle spoke to us about. Someone is seeing the light. There's a possible resurrection here. There's possible healing. Remember, Hermit is Virgo, it does speak to healing. Virgo is a mutable sign and has been challenged by Mars retrograde, as well as Pisces and Sagittarius. So mutable signs means to mutation, change. Someone has seen the light. This could also be guidance and help coming through from spirit. A moment of crisis possibly here, needing to make a decision. Someone's been in solitude, in the dark, doing their homework, dotting their I's, crossing their, dotting their I's, yes, crossing their T's. Oh my goodness. Okay, someone, I should say, is waiting for that toot from Archangel Michael, that resurrect. It's time now. Or someone is waiting for that green light from another person. The Four of Swords speaks to a heartbreak, a moment of pause. It can speak to exhaustion as well. Someone needing to gather themselves up, their mind, their physical strength. Remember, Leo also speaks to the strength card. Okay, we've got the key here. We've got a key. So this is Mercury in a Virgo. Mercury right now is transiting, I should say, retrograding through Capricorn. So remember, Mercury is the ruling planet of Virgo. We've got very strong Virgo, and Virgo does speak to health, hygiene, service, what we're working on as well. Ten of Pentacles is abundance, and we could see a lot of gold here. We see a drawer open where there's a lot promised. Ten of Pentacles can speak to family, abundance, marriage, financial support. There's something of value here that is seen by the Hermit. Remember that Mercury retrograding in Capricorn is in good connection to Virgo. Also helps, I suppose, it's very good for the earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. But Mercury has needed to mature, to grow quickly. Mercury is our perception, our thoughts, how we communicate, anything to do with health as well, and what we're working on. Remember, Capricorn is what we aspire to gain, to acquire, what we put in a lot of effort into. And Capricorn is obviously the area where we had so many planets in the beginning of the death and the resurrection of humanity, I'm going to say early 2020. So that area of the chart in Capricorn, where is that for you? Mercury is just passing over those same degrees where we had obviously that big moment which has changed history. So it's like a 3-year cycle, I feel here. What was going on for you early 2020? There's possible abundance here, but there's also an ending of a cycle. Remember, Mercury retrograde will turn direct around the 18th. So in about a week. So we will have the clarity. Also anything to do with health issues. The Hermit could also be a detective, a guru, someone that we're looking for the wisdom. We're looking for help where wisdom is concerned, where things that have been hidden. The ability to read between the lines is Virgo. Virgo is perfectionism. Let's not get stuck there. There's a lot promised here. Remember, the key also speaks to Chiron, an open wound, a wounding of the head. Chiron is transiting through Aries, so courage is necessary. And with Mars that rules Aries, that's going to turn direct. It will be all systems go. I just also wanted to mention Juno, the asteroid of commitments and contracts and marriage, will be connecting with Jupiter around the new moon in Aquarius, which will be around the 21st of the month. Do join us on Patreon as we do the new moons, full moons there. We look into the astrology. There's a lot promised on this new moon in Aquarius, which will be happening at the 1st degree of Aquarius. And that's where Pluto is going to enter end of March. Wow. Okay. We've got the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. It's all about taking action, being driven. There's a lot of energy here. There could also be frustration where there's been no movement. Remember, the key is a centaur. It's Chiron, and Sagittarius is also referenced to Chiron. So remember, the Knight of Wands is all about holding on to that desire, what we're hoping to create. It can speak to a strong sexual energy, long distance. Sagittarius, remember, is temperance. Again, Jupiter. But also remember the energy of centaur, the centaur, half man, half horse. Something was lacking. I don't know if it's speaking to self-worth, But the key can also speak to a resolution to this abundance or to some sort of an ending, because the Hermit is a 9, major arcana card, one step before the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10, which is the Wheel of Fate. Jupiter again, being very adventurous, having a wider vision and open perspective of how we can free ourselves. The Knight of Wands is a very free, very driven energy. What is the possible outcome? And we've got the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is here. And we've got, interesting, we've got Mars in Pisces. Mars in Pisces. And remember, Mars doesn't do that well within a water sign. But Mars speaks to, yes, our desires. Pisces speaks to belief. 10 of Cups, a card of bliss, harmony. Look at the cat and the dog here. I so love them. In front of the fire. The fire does speak to, we do have strong fire here, but we've also got earth, a sense of grounding. We do have a lot of emotions here. 10 of Cups can turn into an ace, remember. So after the heartbreak, after needing to take time out, it's time to chase our desires and look towards bliss. We need to believe. Pisces, remember, is the 12th house. It could be anything to do with karma, cycle, sort of ending. There's a couple of 10s here, but we've got the Hermit, which is a 9. Okay, we've got Justice here. As I said, the moon has ingressed into Libra. Justice speaks to equal giving and receiving, harmony, balanced relationships, justice and injustices. We've got the 3 of Cups here, which can speak to celebration, possibly reconciliation for some. Remember, Leo is the natural 5th house. It's the house of romance, love, children, the inner child, clarity. What's beneath the 3 of Cups? And we've got the 6 of Cups, soulmate, connection, nostalgia. 9 Cups altogether. Possible wish fulfillment coming in. And a restart, new beginnings. Maybe we've done the work. Maybe we were the Hermit. Maybe you're dealing with someone who was the Hermit all this time. They needed to heal. There's a big ending that was going on for someone. Is it you? Is it your relationship? Is it the person you're here to gain insights on? What's going on, dear Spirit? What is going on? Remember, the Sun is Dharma. It's not karma. It could be karma for someone, but it's Dharma. And I'm saying justices and injustices. This is a general reading. It will not resonate for all of you. For me, generally, having the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups is more leaning towards a positive energy. We've got poverty here. Could speak to financial issues. And we've got the sudden wealth card, and you cannot see it from the light. Let's see. We've got the 777 and a portal that opens 11. Sudden wealth after poverty, and that, if that is not financially speaking, it's emotionally. We've got a mature woman that's fallen out. She's almost turning upright. Mature woman is very much my Empress, or it speaks to a divine feminine having gone through maturity. She does come across to me as very motherly, very much like the Empress. So possible abundance here. We've got a message, contracts, possible news. It's a 7. We've got a 6 and then a 7. Interesting. Here we've got like a 10, 37 equals a 10, 11, and then we go back to the 6, 7. Again, taking a couple of steps back. I don't know if this is talking about June and July of last year, possibly also November, October, November. We do have expectation, and many times in this deck, I see her as this mature woman waiting on the seed that's been planted, right? She's waiting on the abundance. She's waiting on the news. Could be a mature woman, possibly. I don't know if there's two females here, an elder and a younger. I do feel that they're more so in harmony together. Could be a mother and a daughter. And it's a 28, which again equals a 10. So this divine feminine is waiting on news. There's something pertaining to a contract, maybe communication. 777. 777 is an angel number, remember? Repeating numbers, pay attention to those. And we've got a wealthy man. A wealthy man, number 13 on today, the 13th of January. Remember, these messages may not resonate for you today as on the actual date. These readings can be timeless, so when you view this reading, do notice it may resonate for you more. A wealthy man could be a Scorpio, could be an earth sign, Scorpio, Taurus, they're on the same axis, doesn't have to be. Could be someone who's an entrepreneur, they've got a business, they've worked very hard. This could also be emotional poverty, remember, but it's like the wheel of fate here. Remember, it speaks to sudden wealth, a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of news, just emotional abundance, possibly. And what's at the bottom? We've got a main male. So we do have two divine feminine, two divine masculine here. The main male is usually someone that's more in the story here. And we've got another wealthy man. There is a possibility that we've got we could have a divine feminine between two divine masculine and a mother figure, or just take it as it resonates. The main male is usually the person that's on your mind. Could be the same person for some of you. I do see differences though. And the main male is sitting on the coffin again. Now it is a 19, which is also the number of the sun. So Leo comes up, but the coffin also speaks to Plutonian energies, some sort of an ending pertaining to this main male. If this is pertaining to love, let's take the Lover's Path Tarot. I want to take 3 cards. Remember, justice can also speak to possible separation, divorce, legal matters. We have the 8 of Wands, Cupid's love messages coming in quickly, a lot of passion and desire. We've got the Knight of Wands again, the Knight of Wands twice. Sagittarius comes up very strongly for me. Could be Leo, could be Aries. For me, it could be speaking to a foreigner, long distance relationships. Someone that was not ready to settle down, a bit of a player. And we've got the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. A fixed sign, nevertheless. Now, we've spoken about Scorpio, we've spoken about Aquarius, we've got Leo, we've talked about Taurus. So it could be that there's movement where there was stuck energies. Fixed signs, remember, very fixated. They don't take change. They don't accept change very easily. What's at the bottom here? And we know that the King of Swords could also be very communicative, very talkative. We do have the Page of Coins, which could be a messenger, a message that promises something long term. It could be the energy of a child as well. Someone studying how they can make this pentacle grow, their future, moving forward. I'd like to take three Sibilas on the outcome here. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here with the ladro. The ladro could be a third party. Remember, the Ten of Pentacles does speak to family. We've got the Ten of Pentacles twice. It is a third party. It is an outsider stepping into a home. Someone that is an outsider pertaining to a family. Some sort of negative energies pertaining to a family. Pertaining to someone's financial stability, a marriage. We have the Giovina Fanciulla and the Donna Maritata. So we've got the young maiden, the virgin, and the Donna Maritata, which is very much like the Empress. She is the other person's partner. She could be a mother. She's got children here, but she also speaks to possible abundance. This speaks to having the ability to create abundance. Both are 12s, which do speak to Pisces. Pisces can speak to an ending, a lack of clarity, confusion, sacrifice, someone having seen something through a different light, some sort of an enlightenment. And there's possibly maturity here. The Virgin does turn into the Donna Maritata. The Giovina Fanciulla also reminds me of the Virgo energy. But we could also have a younger female and an older female, a more mature female, which we also see here. We know that there's been sacrifice, or someone's been waiting for the possible abundance, for the expansion, we know that the Donna Maritata, she's got obligations. She is a mother. Let's take one card on these two, and we've got a domestico. The domestico is a lack of trust. It's the butler. It's possible help, but also distrust from someone that's close to you and around your environment. We do have the thief and the domestico here. So again, we see two masculine and two feminine. That's interesting here. There's something to do with needing, maybe there was issues pertaining to trust, but maybe someone's seen the light now and they're doing the right thing. Remember the fork in the road? Maybe they are coming through as helpful now. They've overcome, they've seen things from a different perspective. Remember that the Knight of Wands is the player many times. This could be what the conversation or the news is about. What's beneath the Page of Coins? We've got the Ace of Coins, which is a potential for something long-term, getting grounded. Remember, potential, which someone is now studying. The Ace of Pentacles could be marriage, moving in together, getting grounded, a restart, a new beginning. I do see the door closed though. The door has not opened yet here. So someone is studying how they can make this pentacle grow. And obviously this is a relationship. It could also be, I suppose, a possible partnership if this is pertaining to work. I would like now to take a message from the gods. Remember that we've got sudden wealth and we've got the wealthy man here. So this could speak to this wealthy man becoming wealthy suddenly, just having some good luck here. I do see this sudden wealth very similar to the Wheel of Fortune. Remember, Jupiter now is back in Aries. As we're coming up to, Juno has just stepped into Aries. So this is about where commitments are concerned in marriage, possible infidelity too. Remember, Juno was the wife of Jupiter. There will be more courage to move forward now. It's like there will be a meeting, let's say, of the husband and the wife, but they're coming up to Chiron, and Chiron is that open wound. Now, it doesn't have to be a husband and wife. It could be just a general partnership or relationship. This is what we are looking towards coming up to the new moon in January. Dear Spirit, Archangel Michael, what is the advice from the gods? And we have Prometheus and sacrifice. Wow. My goodness. This does ring a bell for me. I don't remember exactly what it's about. It's number 3. It speaks to sacrifice. Prometheus. The mythology of Prometheus, we will read on that. But sacrifice speaks to Pisces again. 3 is the Empress. 3 speaks to expansion and growth. Can speak to a love triangle, third parties. Let's read. And he's offering the light. He's giving us the light. He's giving the light, the wisdom to humanity. Let's see. Prometheus is a rebel, hero, and champion of mankind. When Zeus overthrew Kronos, creating a new world order, he viewed man as slaves. Prometheus, however, viewed man as more and decided to steal fire from the heavens and give it to man. The power to use and control fire meant power, freedom, and independence for man. The power of light, warmth, and food were among the gifts of fire. As punishment for doing this, Zeus had him hung upside down and forced to have his liver eaten every day by an eagle. Every night his liver grew back and the process would repeat itself. So we've been going through a very painful situation, a very painful lesson, and an injustice, I would say. The message says here, a sacrifice for a higher gain is at hand here. On a deeper level, you already know that this is needed now and that something must be sacrificed. It may be comfort, safety, pride, or a need for instant gratification in the form of money, attention, or approval. The requests and desires of the ego must be sacrificed for a higher cause and a higher gain. You may find yourself in an uncomfortable position for a time in order to reach the higher goal, but the richness of living in your truth and living with integrity will far outweigh any discomfort. To live in this way is to be a true hero. Now, this could speak possibly to, obviously, the new moon in Pisces, which, sacrifice does speak to Pisces. So that could be the time frame where something is being sacrificed until then. To live in this way is to be a true hero. The myth of Prometheus is about fighting for a higher cause without the promise of fame, riches, or glory. The act is enough and the consequences accepted. The reward is the contribution. What do you believe in? Do you compromise your beliefs so that you can be safe and comfortable? When you contribute to something greater than yourself, do you wait for and expect a reward, or is the act enough for you? Are you willing to maintain your integrity no matter what the cost? What do you need to give up at this time? What is keeping you stuck? Are you ready to live your greater potential? Now remember, dear friends, that I never take these cards in the reverse. And with the fork in the road in the reverse, maybe the sacrifice has been accepted we're over that now. We've done the work, and maybe now it's time to receive the rewards. We're receiving the wisdom, the light, and the accolades. So are you ready to live your greater potential? These are all questions to consider at this time. If you are currently making decisions, you must reflect on what your decisions will contribute to others. If you are bored, stuck, too comfortable, or have lost a sense of greater meaning in your life, it may be time to make some firm decisions. A sacrifice for the greater good must be made at this time, and it is usually the most uncomfortable yet fulfilling direction to go in. Remember that you will only feel a temporary discomfort. I did speak to discomfort during transition. Even Zeus allowed, and I want you to pay attention here, even Zeus allowed Chiron, which I said is the key here, the solution, the resolution, that open wound that we're carrying. Even Zeus allowed Chiron and Heracles, which is Hercules, to free Prometheus once he had served enough time. Remember, we've got the centaur here, which is also Chiron. So action is being taken. Someone does have the courage to be driven, to move towards bliss and an emotional fulfillment here. Someone is chasing what they love. Decide to be a hero now and rise above all mundane attachments. Strive to contribute to the greater essence that runs through all things. Now, on a collective scale, my dear friends, this is so on track. Prometheus sacrificed his comforts, his well-being for the good of the whole. So there are many Prometheuses out there that are not like the sheep, the herd, that follows what one person's truth is. This is like an awareness, an opening, an understanding of how and what it is we need to do to sacrifice for the good of the collective. We're all part of the collective. So we're all being enlightened and seeing the light now. The wisdom is being handed to humanity. Let's not be sheep. And let's not be selfish. Remember, Pisces is unselfish. Pisces is sacrificing. Pisces is compassion. It's love at the highest form. And this is also, I would say, remember, Pisces is a very spiritual sign. So I do believe that the light is coming through in doses. Take off those rose-colored glasses and see clearly what it is you need to do, as we are all part of the collective. All right. Thank you so much, my dear friends. I'm wishing you a happy weekend, a wonderful weekend. I am working on the mid-January or January readings. I've got a lot on my plate. Thank you so much for your love always, for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I want to say a special hello to Sally. Sally's Magical Candles. You can get the link beneath this video. My beautiful Sally. My love to you, dear. And my love to all of you. Let's believe in the light. Let's believe in that we are the ones that can give to others, that we are the ones that will, we are Prometheus and passing on our light, our wisdom to those younger than us, passing on the light to others that need to go through their own awakening. Anyway, my love to all of you. I will talk to you soon. Namaste, everyone.